Right, good afternoon everyone and welcome here to Palmerstown, home of Dicksboro GAA, for this, the second of the Marble City Travel Intermediate Championship semi-finals between Conahy and Barrow Rangers. And if it's anything like the first game that we had here earlier on, we're in for a cracker today. We will start off with the teams as they line out. So starting with Barrow Rangers, on goal number 1 is Roisin Breen. In the full back line, number 2 is Mary Wall. Full back number 3, Patrice Mullins. And left corner back is Amy Morrissey. At right wing back we have number 5, Aideen O'Connor. Centre back number 6 is Miriam Bambrick, and left wing back is number 7, Anna Purcell. In the middle of the field, the stalwart Orla Dormer, and her partner is Ellen Purcell. At right wing forward we have Cleena Donnelly wearing number 10. At centre forward, joint captain is Colette Dormer wearing number 11, and beside her on the other wing, her partner in crime, other joint captain, is Rebecca Holden. In the full forward line, number 13 is Rachel Collier. At 14 is Shauna Tracy, and one change to the lineup. It's a late change up here in Palmerstown. Number 20, Katie Hanlon, is replacing Lauren Barco, who doesn't start, I'm told. The Conahy Shamrocks team lines out as follows. On goal number 1 is Niamh Delaney. At number 2 is Caoimhe Hennessy. Full back number 3 and team captain is Noreen O'Keefe. And left corner back is Emma Cahill wearing number 4. At right wing back wearing number 5 is Evelyn Phelan. Centre back number 6 is Roisin Phelan. And at left wing back number 7 is Siobhan Mullen. In the centre of the field we have number 8 Shannon Feehan, and number 9 is Katie Brennan. At right wing forward number 10 is Emma Mulhall. Centre forward number 11 is Danielle Morrissey, and left wing forward number 12 is Orla Welsh. Right corner is number 13 Ellen Gunner. 14 full forward is Maeve Welsh, and top of the left wearing number 15 is Amy Brennan. Joined with me again is former All-Ireland winning intermediate captain and current intermediate manager Anya Fahy. And Anya, as we said, the first game was a real cracker. How do you see this one going?
You know, I think this one's going to be a real thrilling game. Just looking at both teams there's going to be some serious matchups. Just to start with, we'll say Noreen O'Keefe. She's going to be in there on Shauna Tracy. Both girls will be familiar with each other, playing inter-county together. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes up. Shauna is a big, tall girl, poses a huge physical presence in there at full forward, and great in the air.
And a great goal scorer as well, because I believe she got 3 goals in their quarter-final win there last weekend as well. So a real goal threat up in the full forward line.
Absolutely, and she'll be coming off that buzz as well after scoring those 3 goals, so she'll hopefully be wanting to continue and bring that in today. We look then to the Conahy centre back Roisin Phelan, who will be taking on, you know, the stalwart of probably this Paulstown team, Colette Dormer. So a very, very interesting battle that'll go on there. Roisin Phelan playing with UCC, the only Kilkenny girl on the UCC panel this year. Maria Kennedy, apologies. And she will, after winning the Ashburn title, you know, she's got a huge presence in there, centre back, and has been playing there for Conahy for many years, and you know, has always been in excellent form. So it'll be very interesting to see how she gets on with Colette Dormer. Then we're moving into the middle of the field there. Shannon Feehan and Orla Dormer. Highly rating Shannon Feehan here, young girl, but she has an engine on her that she will go all day. So very interesting to see how they'll get on there. And then you're looking at Miriam Bambrick and Danielle Morrissey. That is surely going to be one of the battles of the day.
Yeah, I definitely think that's going to be the battle of the day. I mean, Danielle, we've seen her over the years. She is a scoring threat up there. But Miriam is a decent centre back as well, and she will stick on Danielle. I'm assuming that Ray is after telling her that no matter where Danielle goes, that Miriam is to go and follow her. And even if she doesn't do much at all and stop Danielle from scoring, she's doing her job on that. But for me, like you, that's definitely going to be the battle of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Miriam, she kind of rises to these sort of occasions, and she rises to marking the big player. So I think that's going to be excellent there for her today. And if she can win the first ball off Danielle, I think it's going to give her a boost of confidence, and I think it'll give all the girls around her a boost of confidence. But very excited to see how that battle goes.
Now, Connie, I suppose, has a bit more experience from playing in the semi-finals as they did last year. Got to the county final then as well, and were beaten by a very strong Clara team in that county final. And Clara is now in the senior semi-final as well. So Barrow, as you said earlier, there's not much to go between the senior and the intermediate teams. Barrow Rangers were defeated in the quarter-final last year, so it's a step in the right direction for them. They're in the semi-final this year, but they'll definitely want to get to the county next weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, probably looking at it on paper and kind of looking at track history, you would be kind of fancying Conahy to come out with a win here today. But, you know, this Paulstown team, they're not going to be wanting that to happen at all, and they're going to throw everything at them. They probably know that they're underdogs going in there, and they're going to relish that opportunity. You know, I feel like with Stephen Dormer there on their management team, he's going to have all the tactics in place. He's going to know exactly what's going on. So I think we're really in for a thrilling game here today with them.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And this is, as we said, the second of our intermediate Camogie Championship semi-finals for 2020, sponsored by Marble City Travel. And just for anyone who wasn't tuned into us earlier on this afternoon, 2020 Anya is a strange year. As we look up along the sideline here for a county semi-final, we'd normally have this place thronged. They'd be queuing to get in and try and get a view of coming to a semi-final and hopefully the county final next weekend. And unfortunately, they're stuck listening to us at home. But you know, it's great in one way because there hasn't been as much coverage in Camogie circles as we were saying earlier on, and it's great for the clubs.
Yeah, it is. It has been great for the clubs, but like it is also disappointing that, you know, we can't actually get people to physically be at the matches, and I suppose that is what's disappointing. But it's great that all of these matches are live streamed, so nobody has an excuse that they've missed a match or they can't see a match. It's there for them to see. It's free, like, so they might as well just, like, you know, they're sitting at home doing nothing anyway, sit at home, watch a Camogie match, see what it's like. But it's heartbreaking and disappointing that we can't actually get into these matches.
Well, I tell you one thing, there was some of the tackles in the first one, and I know Camogie is supposed to be non-contact, but there was nobody giving anything. The kitchen sink, I even think, came out at one stage there. Everyone was throwing everything at it. But the teams are in their pre-match huddle here. We want to thank Frankie on camera here, and Dean, our production guy in the production tent, we'll call him, who's keeping an eye and making sure that myself and Anya is doing everything right. Our match referee today is All-Ireland referee Liz Dempsey, who was in charge of the intermediate final only 2 years ago between Meath and Cork. A very experienced official for this second semi-final here in Palmerstown. And again, she will be assisted by standby referee John McCormack, who was over on the far side in his black and green jersey, and the newbie to the scene, our Alan Collin, the local guy from Dicksboro here, is on line duty on the near side. So the teams are getting ready. Myself and Anya will get into position here, and hopefully, all going well, we're going to have a fantastic second semi-final. And as Liz Dempsey goes, and the game is on, we're up and running, and first onto the attack is the number 8 for Conahy, who is Shannon Feehan, but Liz is after spotting a foul in there. The ball was picked up off the ground, and this will be a free to Barrow Rangers. Of course, only a recent name change to coincide with the GAA club. It used to be Paulstown Goresbridge Camogie Club, and fantastic that they actually did that, because what's the point in having a club when everyone is on different names, and it's great everyone is the same name. So Colette Dormer, our giant captain, out in the middle of the field here, just a little shy of the halfway line with a free, having a look around to see, will she go for the score? She has. The ball is going towards it. It looks like it's drifting off wide. There's a free. Yes, the number 13, the umpire is waving it wide. Liz has blown the whistle. The number 13 for Barrow Rangers, Rachel Collier, is down on the floor. And Liz is now going to have a chat with Paul Dempsey, the umpire that's down at that goal down there, and we will just await and see what's about to happen.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything malicious in it. I think she had her eye on the ball the whole time. You know, if, as the saying goes, if they put up their hands, take it off them, and you know, as a cornerback, that's what you do. But I definitely don't think that it was anything malicious anyway.
Well, I thought myself that Liz was after blowing for the free first of all before Paul was after waving it wide, but she's going back in again to have another chat with him, just to see what the story is. There's a bit of confusion going on at the minute as to what will the outcome be. Rachel is getting attended to by it looks like a medic or the physio that's down there. Liz is over with her at the minute. The ball is with Niamh Delaney in the Conahy goal. She's expecting a puck out, so we'll just have to wait and see. And it looks like there will be a puck out here, as Yes, Liz is running back out towards the centre of the field, so we will have a puck out. So a missed opportunity there for Barrow Rangers, but as I said, Niamh Delaney has the ball in hand and she'll have her first puck out of the day here. Sends it down along the sideline there towards the number 7, who is Anna Purcell. It's going to take us a while to get accustomed to the names here today. That's number 6, which is Roisin Phelan. She's sending the ball up towards her Conahy counterparts, but a brilliant block there by Danielle Morrissey, who is out in front to win and dispossess Miriam Bambrick. As we said earlier, that's going to be a match-up. That looked like it was an overcarry there in the middle of the field by the number 6, who is Miriam Bambrick. The ball is well won here by Roisin Phelan. Pulls on a first time, a small pass along the ground here. Shannon Feehan is there with her, but the ball is won by Orla Dormer there, and it's sent down towards the Barrow Rangers players. Here's number 10, Cleona Donnelly, who sends the ball in towards the number 12 there, Rebecca Holden. She's half blocked there. Number 5, Evelyn Phelan, is also in attendance there. She tries to pick the ball up first time but misses out on the ball. Number 12, Rebecca Holden, is there again. This is frantic stuff here in the first half as we continue on here with number 9, Katie Brennan. Katie sends the ball down towards the full forward, who is Maeve Welch, who has come out to gather the ball up here. The ball has gone out over the sideline. John McCormack has his flag up, and it will be a line ball to, it looks like, Barrow Rangers. A great start to the game here, Anya.
Yeah, good high intensity start to the game. Miriam Bamber getting that ball driving out, great hook there by Danielle to stop that. Miriam would probably thinking she should have got rid of that ball first time, making a little bit of hard work for herself, but an absolutely great start to the game. Such high intensity, and I think that's what we're going to be seeing for the next hour.
And already your predictions of the battle of the day is coming to fruition between Danielle and Miriam there, as Roisin Phelan picks up the ball. She's taking a look around to see who is coming for her. Brilliant take there by Ellen Gunner, the player who won the County Camogie Stars, the Skill Stars there a couple of years ago, and she well dispossesses the number 7 there, who is Anna Purcell. The ball is coming back out here down towards the Barrow Rangers full forward, who is coming out. That's Shauna Tracy. She plays the hurl, which you're allowed to in Camogie, to try and let the ball go in towards the number 13, who was Rachel Collier, who was down injured a few moments ago. There's now a melee on in the middle of the field. Referee is in attendance. The ball is not going to come out. Liz is happy. She's going to throw the ball in between two players, and we will have a small suss here at the moment. Shauna Tracy, who is in there, a fine big girl on number 5 there, who is Evelyn Phelan. There's another scrum, but number 7 takes the ball, and Liz has deemed that there was a foul there by, it looks like, Katie Brennan for it seems to be a shoulder charge or something on you, but one way or another it's a free in there to Barrow Rangers.
Yeah, free in, and hopefully Colette can pop this one over the bar and kind of settle the nerves there for Paulstown. But some great hustling in there in the first couple of minutes. I think this is going to be a real physical, intense game, and hopefully Liz will let it flow as well, and make it a good game of camogie.
I'm telling you, I'm going to show out the stopwatch, because even though it was started earlier on, it's not working at all, as Colette Dormer puts that ball over the bar there for Barrow Rangers. First score of the afternoon here in Palmerstown, and that is a 1-point lead for Barrow Rangers as we await the puck out here from Niamh Delaney. Again, a fine puck out from the Conahy Shamrock shot stopper. She sent it down towards the number 12, who was Orla Welsh. It's picked up brilliantly there though by Anna Phelan. A great block down though in the centre of the field, it looks like, by the number 7, Anna Purcell. That's coming out here towards Dormer. Dormer is taking on 2-3 players. She's putting the ball in front of her. She's still going. There's 3 Conahy Shamrocks players around her, but well won there by, it looks like, the corner back. It is indeed the number 2, Mary Wall. Mary is half blocked out coming down, but Danielle Morrissey takes the ball up and sends it up high into the forwards. That's coming towards Ellen Gunner again. Nothing wrong with that challenge, the referee says, and the ball is sent with interest back down towards Colette Dormer. Dormer has it. She looks up in front, and that is Rachel Collier, who's all on her own in there. Mary Wall is frantically trying to get back to her. Collier is on their knees. Brilliant block there by Mary Wall. The ball is going out. It's heading for the line, and Paul Dempsey waves the ball wide. A correct decision. It was a clash ball, and brilliant play there by Mary Wall to get back on you.
Yeah, absolutely. Showing her ruthlessness there to just get back and defend at all costs. But a good possession of play there. Danielle kind of drifting out a bit, and you're leaving Miriam alone there. She's not going to put the ball back into Danielle.
Another fine puck out there by Niamh Delaney, sending it down here towards the middle of the field. Katie Brennan is going up for it, but she misses it. First time it's now with Ellen Purcell, who has it. She's trying to bring Shauna Tracy into the game, but it's well won there by Roisin Phelan. She takes a little side step to send the ball up here towards Ellen Gunner. Hits off her knee, hits off off the leg a second time. She now is trying to get the ball up. Lovely little flick over the head, and she gets the ball into her hand first time. Sends it in there towards Maeve Welsh, who misses it. Number 15, who is Amy Brennan, tries to get on it. She loses the hurl. She kicks the ball. She's fouled. She's pushed in the back by the Barrow Rangers player. Brilliant play there by Amy Brennan, and a chance here for Danielle Morrissey to level things up here in Palmerstown. Great start again, Anya, and great play there by the number 15, Amy Brennan.
Yeah, excellent play there, and Danielle Morrissey's chance now to get a point on the board for Conahy. We're going to be looking at two excellent free takers here as well today, in Colette Dormer and Danielle Morrissey, so that'll be a very interesting game. Will it come to a free shootout nearly?
Hopefully it won't be all free as it is, but Danielle does put that ball over the bar for Conahy's first score of the day here, and that levels things up here in Conahy, a point apiece. That's coming from Colette Dormer and for Danielle Morrissey, 2 free, so hopefully we'll have some scores from play in the not so distant future here. That ball is coming down here. Roisin Phelan is running onto it, gets the ball into her hand first time, takes a little touch before she delivers a pass up towards the number 12 on the far sideline over there, which is Orla Welsh. Brilliant block down there by Orla. She dispossesses Miriam Bambrick, but Bambrick gets the ball back up into her hand again, and well dispossessed there by Amy Brennan. The hooking is fantastic in this game. There's an injury over on the far sideline. The linesman is calling for attention. It looks like there's Orla Welsh, I think. The number 12 with the red helmet is down on the sideline over there after a collision. It looked like with Miriam Bambrick. Nothing in it. 2 girls fighting for the ball, but all unfortunately came out the worst in it.
Yeah, it just shows the work rate that we have there. The hooking and blocking that's going on has been absolutely excellent. Just a player we forgot to just talk about at the start of the game who's going to be a huge benefit there to Barrow Rangers is Roisin Breen. She's been the UL goalie for numerous years and has 4 or 5 Ashburn titles. So she's going to have a wealth of experience in there in the goals, which at any club level it's so important to have a really good experienced goalie, and that could stand to them, that could stand to Barrow Rangers for the end of this game, like that she'll be a sure experience.
And she was on the score sheet as well last week as well with a point, so I don't know whether it was from outfield or whether it was from a free, but her name was registered on the scoreboard for a score last week, as Liz Dempsey has indicated that there will be an indirect free here to Barrow Rangers. Of course, that is the rule, that when a possession is with the player, that they are entitled to their free, and Roisin Breen takes this one and sends it long down towards Shauna Tracy, who is going up for the ball, but it comes here. Roisin Phelan takes the ball down brilliantly. It's been well possessed there by Anna, or Siobhan Mullen, I should say. Here comes the number 4, who is Emma Cahill, out with it, but she's dispossessed there by the number 20, who is Katie Hannon. The late substitution and the late starter there for Lauren Barker, who doesn't start. Here's Dormer. She's lethal when she gets the ball, having a look at the post, but she sends the ball to the right and wide. A bad miss there for Colette. You'd expect her to take that.
Yeah, bad miss, and she had actually loads of space in front of her, so she could have kept on going and maybe even set up a goal chance there, but yeah, she'll be disappointed herself at that.
Here we go again, ball is out, and it's well won there by the number 8, who was Orla Dormer, back in the team here again with Barrow Rangers. There's a melee in the centre of the field there. Katie Brennan flicks the ball on, trying to get it. Danielle Morrissey is going in there with Cleona Donnelly. Morrissey wins that possession as she sends the ball up towards the corner forward there, who looks like she was after being swung around. Yes, indeed it was the number 5, Evelyn, for Aideen O'Connor was coming out with that ball. She was fouled. Liz Dempsey is after blowing the free, and it will be a relieving free out to Barrow Rangers, and Roisin Breen is coming a long way, 45 metres out from her own goal to take this free. There's not much movement in the forward line as we look down here. Everyone is stationary. What will Roisin do with it? She's a long way out. Will she attempt to go for the point? It would be a great score. It's not going to reach there. It's going to break between the 45 and the 20. It's coming down here and won brilliantly there. We can't see the number behind us. That's the number 10, Cleona Donnelly. She's after getting the ball there to Dormer. Here goes Dormer again. There's 4 Conahy players around her, and it's a fluff shot there, a fluff defending by the number 3, who is Noreen O'Keefe, but it's well won back there by the Conahy players. That's coming down here between Bambrick and Morrissey, as it's well won there by the number 10, Emma Mulhall. Emma Mulhall is fouled as she was running through with the ball there. Brilliant work by the Conahy girls, and great defending at the far side there by especially Noreen O'Keefe on that last block.
Yeah, definitely good defending there. It'll be interesting. I'm still kind of waiting for this big battle here between Noreen and Sean inside there, but Dormer looking very dangerous when she's getting that ball.
We're just waiting now. Danielle Morrissey, she's about 40 7:48 metres here from the goal. She has a free, she's bending, lifting, and that's going straight over the red spot on the crossbar here in Palmerstown, and a brilliant score there by Danielle Morrissey, and Conahy take the lead as they go for their second free and lead 2-1 here in the first half. Roisin Breen is after taking a monster puck out. It's almost landing down on her own opposition 45 metre line, but it's well won there by Katie Brennan. She sends the ball to Roisin Phelan, who sends it up. Danielle Morrissey flicks the ball on here towards Ellen Gunner. Ellen misses it, but here comes Maeve Welch. Maeve has it dispossessed there by Miriam Bambrick, but Maeve is trying to get it as well. Ball is broken out here to one of the Barrow Rangers players. Here comes Miriam. Miriam sends the ball long and high down towards Rachel Collier, who doesn't get the ball into hand first time. She's heading for it, pushed in the back by the number 2 there, who is Mary Wall, and we will have a free in to Barrow Rangers, and a bit of over exuberance there. If Mary had to stand her ground, she might have won the ball.
Yeah, they seem to be drilling that ball in there to Rachel Collier there the whole time, so she definitely they have her marked as one of their target women in there. Paulstown do seem to be kind of getting in each other's way around, especially around the middle of the field, so they're going to have a lot better communication to stop that from happening.
Colette has a chance here now to level things up here again in Palmerstown. She's taking a look at the posts. As we look at it, she's probably about 50 metres on the angle. The ball is drifting off to the right, I should say, and Katie is trying to get to it there, as tall and all as she is, but it's just a little too high for her, and the ball has went harmlessly wide, and that is Barrow Rangers' first wide of the match here. So Niamh Delaney again with ball in hand. She's taking a look around. She's decided to switch sides and sends the ball over towards our commentary position here, towards the number 8, who, as Anya said, is Shannon Feehan, and a great player to look out for. A great pull there, great clash, no one giving anything. The hurl is on the ground there from Colette Dormer. She's holding her wrist, but here comes Miriam Bambrick. She's trying to go through 3-4, hand passes the ball out here to number 5, Aideen O'Connor. She's being tackled by 3 of the Conahy players. Ball is coming down here. Noreen O'Keefe is coming out with the ball, brilliantly won there by O'Keefe, and sends the ball down, but it's intercepted there by the number 8, who is Orla Dormer. She misses out on the ball. Ellen Gunner is there. There's now a scrum on. Gunner is on her knees. She's trying to win the ball up. Morrissey is also there. Who's going to come out with this dirty ball and pick it? Is it going to be Conahy or Barrow Rangers? Nobody. The referee is happy to let play continue at the minute. She'll surely have to blow it up, and there we go. There's the whistle. Frantic stuff, but great play here again, Anya.
Yeah, some great patches of play. I think we're going to see the complete polar opposite to what we saw in the first game. It's going to be tat for tat the whole way through this, and some excellent passages of camogie being played. And
I don't think that's going to be the first ruck or throw ball that we're going to have in this game either, as the ball is sent up there in towards the forward line to Maeve Welch, but brilliantly won there by Bambrick. She seems to be on everything in the half back line. Excellently caught there by Shauna Tracy, but in steps Evelyn Phelan to dispossess her, and brilliantly won. Roisin Phelan is on the ball. She's kicking it ahead of her, trying to get it out here to the number 7, Siobhan Mullen. There's a battle on here as well for the ball as Dormer runs to it. Dormer now has the ball in hand. She's going through the players. Looked like that she was charging a little bit. Liz Dempsey is happy to let the play continue. There's a player all on her own in around the square there. Here comes Katie on the ball. She tries to get the ball in, but Noreen is it? No, it's not. It's the girl of the Mullen, Siobhan Mullen, gets the ball, clears it down towards the field. It comes here to Danielle Morrissey. She's on the attack. There's 2 Barrow Rangers players around her. She pulls on a great pull on the ground in towards Ellen Gunner. Ellen is on the ball here with a tussle with Mary Wall that's there. Yes, it's Mary's on the far side. I should say that last free was Quiva Hennessy down here for Conahy and not Mary, so we say sorry to Mary for getting the name wrong there. And here is Quiva on the ball, and so is Katie. There's Katie putting the ball up along it's not actually, that's Emma's putting the ball up towards Katie. There's Katie, the number 20. The ball is still there. It looks like it's on the line. There's a tussle going on first. Dormer comes in. She jinxed the little pass. Looks like she fouled. Play is continuing on. A brilliant cross field ball in around it. Who's going to get it? The Conahy girl is coming there, the number 7 and the number 9. There's Katie Brennan. Katie has it in her hand. She takes a step around. She's moving around it, looking around, but she has overcarried it. Unlucky there by Katie. She hadn't many options to get rid of the ball. Took too many steps, and here's a chance for Barrow Rangers.
Yeah, silly mistakes to be making. Should have got rid of the ball a lot easier, or just driven out in front of the player. But yeah, Dormer will fancy her chances with this one now as well to make it 2 apiece.
Liz Dempsey getting help on the far sideline as well as usual from Stephen Dormer, who was roaring and making sure that Liz was going to blow that free for the steps there. And this is a chance for Colette to put the ball over the bar now and to level things up here in Palmerstown at 2 points apiece. As it stands, it's 2 points to 1 to Conahy. She's taking this free, sends it in towards the post, splits the post straight between the crossbar, and it is a level game. And already that was a fast water break. We have our first water break here in Palmerstown. And how do you see the first quarter of that game on you?
Hectic stuff really, isn't it, Martin? Fierce high intensity there. Nobody is giving each other an inch at all. It's going to make for an intriguing second 15, but already Miriam Bambrick is having some great dispossessions there. She's flying it. Colette Dormer is doing well. Orla Dormer is doing well there for Barrow Rangers. Emma Mulhall, number 10 there for Conahy Shamrocks, is doing reasonably well, as is Cueva Hennessy there at number 2.
Well, they're all playing very well. As I check with Dean, our production engineer here, to see how long has gone on that water break. We're at 17 minutes here already, because we have no clock or no scoreboard is not working here at the minute. As Jimmy was telling me, he gave the scoreboard remote to someone last week and they broke it on him, so they now have to go and get a new one, which is a pity for all the people here, and for us it would have been great to have the clock. But as I look down towards the gate, I see Kathleen Purcell is going off, and we can't but not, especially when you're here beside me, Kathleen has now gone to Freshford, because Tullaroe and St Anne's are playing in their first ever Under 14 A Championship County Final against James Stephens this evening in Freshford. A fantastic achievement. I know the two clubs are together. It's a great week for St Anne's when you look at it, but you must be very proud to be in an Under 14 A County Final.
Yeah, absolutely. A great bunch of girls that work extremely hard. They would have been always competing in primary school county finals, and it's great to see a lot of these girls coming through. The likes of Ciara Dunn there, Shem and Orla Dunn's daughter. She is going to be definitely one of the players to watch out in the coming years, and you have Anna Doheny there as well. Some really good players, and fierce excitement in Tullaroe for them. And it's a great day out, county finals. Sure, we'd all love it. I'd love to be back under 14 playing in the county final as well. It's great.
Well, one of our favourite spots was always going to the school in Tullaroe when we were on the road and travelling around to the schools on All Ireland Week, and it was always fantastic to go to Tullaroe. Very enthusiastic about it, and it's a pity you can't be there, but hopefully the result will go right for you as we get back to the action here. A low ball out here by Niamh Delaney out here towards Cueva Hennessy. She takes the pass along here to the number 5 Evelyn Phelan, who sends the ball up, but it's won there by Orla Dormer. She passes the ball to Miriam Bambrick. Miriam is on the ball an awful lot here as Casey Hanlon goes up for that ball. She wins it. She puts a crossfield ball across the 20 metre line over towards Shauna Tracy. It's lost there by Tracy as the ball comes out and brilliantly won there, and Roisin Phelan now has the ball in her hand. She's sending it up here to Orla Welsh, but well dispossessed there by Anna Purcell in the half back line, and it comes here towards the number 9, who is Ellen Purcell as well. But Orla is trying to win the ball back there. There's two Conahy players in as the ball is won by a Conahy player. Can't see, it's Katie Brennan. She's going for it. They're shouting steps at the far sideline. Liz Dempsey is happy to continue on. The ball is sent in towards the full forward line here. That was well batted out there by the number 4 Amy Morrissey, but the ball is back with Roisin Phelan as well. It seems like she has a magnet in her hands. The ball is going straight through it every time as Orla Welsh puts that ball in around. Lovely pick up there by the number 10, who is Emma Mulhall. Emma tries to take the shot, but it's half blocked and will drift harmlessly into Roisin Breen, who sends the ball out, but not a great clearance by Breen. It comes here towards Shannon Feehan. She now has the back burners on. She's heading towards goal, coming in, taking a shot. A great crossfield ball over towards Danielle Morrissey over there. Morrissey will get to the ball first. She tries to do a little flick up into the hand, doesn't work out. She gets the ball up into her hand, turns on her left, puts the ball over the bar, and a fantastic score there by Danielle Morrissey as Conahy take the lead here in Palmerstown. A fantastic score.
Yeah, great score and great awareness there from Shannon Feehan. She knew she couldn't catch the ball again, and popped the ball straight across the goal to an oncoming Danielle Morrissey.
Well, you weren't wrong when you said that girl had speed, and by God does she have speed as the ball comes out here from Roisin Breen. There's Roisin Phelan on the ball again. As I said, she definitely has a magnet on that hand of hers. Every ball is going to her. Well won here by Phelan again. She's coming out with loads of ball as she puts it up there towards the corner forward position. It runs on there towards Maeve Welch. Maeve hits the ball forward, trying to run onto it again, but it's going to be dispossessed and won there by the number 4, who is Emma Cahill. she sends the ball back to Miriam. Miriam sends a long low ball down towards Colette Dormer, but it's won there by Roisin Phelan as she sends the ball up along. That's not going to reach Orla Welsh as Anna Purcell comes out with that ball. It comes here now towards the 5. Evelyn Phelan for Conahy. Evelyn puts a little pass out here towards captain Noreen O'Keefe. Noreen sends the ball up along here towards the number 10, who is Emma Mulhall. Emma's not going to get the ball. Dormer has it though. That's Orla this time. Sends the ball down, but it doesn't go to her intended target as the ball is won there by Evelyn Phelan. Takes a little touch on the hurl and sends it back out here towards Shannon Feehan. She gets the ball, takes a look around and sends a long ball up here towards Emma Mulhall. Pulled on first time brilliantly there by Amy Morrissey there as the ball comes down here to Orla Dormer. Lovely hook there by the number 8, Shannon Feehan. Dormer is down on the floor looking for a free. She's not going to get one. Roisin Phelan has the ball. It's coming out along the sideline back up here towards Emma Mulhall again. The number 5, Aideen O'Connor, has the ball. Kicked on it. Katie Brennan pulls on it, and Alan Condon has decided it's going to be a line ball there to Conahy Shamrocks. Frantic stuff here, Anya.
Absolutely, and it looks like Roisin Phelan is getting on top of that battle there with Colette Dormer. Literally every ball that's come down there, she's pulling it out and she's getting rid of it.
Ball is passed out around here. Katie Brennan is moving on to it. It looked like that she was held back, but she's happy to continue on, and so is referee Liz Dempsey as she puts the ball in there towards Maeve Welch. It's coming out. There's Miriam Banbrick again. The two centre backs are having stormers of matches as we start this first and come near the end of the first half, I should say. The ball is sent down there towards the corner forward, who is Rachel Collier, but she misses out on the ball. It's back here with Brennan. She's taking a look around to see who she can hit it to. Not many options up in the forward line. They're all very static there for Conahy, but the ball is being won there. Morrissey is running towards it. She has it. That looked like just a push in the back. Yes, it is. A bit of over exuberance there by Miriam Banbrick. A stupid free really to be given away, and a nice handy one there for Morrissey to put another point over the bar.
Yeah, silly free. Again, this diving malarkey. You know, she won her free, but she was making sure she definitely got it.
Now, there's many a time that I could say the same about you with frees as well, and you were happy enough to get them when they were given to you. So,
I'll take them any day, Martin.
As any player would, and as Danielle Morrissey sends that ball up and between the posts and over the bar there for another score for the Conahy Shamrocks girls, and that puts the score now at 4 points to 2 here in Palmerstown. Worrying enough, I suppose, though, for Conahy. That's 3 frees and only 1 point from play, and
all coming from Danielle Morrissey as well. So, you know, if that's the way it's going to go, Barrow Rangers are going to have to really kind of knuckle down on their frees because Danielle Morrissey's spot on.
Noreen O'Keefe and Katie Hannon is having a great tussle down there as my notes and the whole lot go flying on me as we 1 minute. Take it away, Anya.
Yeah, Noreen O'Keefe's just going to take free here. She's going to steady up and watch it.
The joys of live broadcast here in Palmerstown. Ball is won back here by Shannon Feehan as she takes a look around and sends the ball up there towards the awaiting Maeve Welch. Can she get it into her hand? First time she can. She's bearing down on goal. There's 2 Barrow Rangers players around her. Pulled on the ground first time there by Orla Welch. The ball didn't go to the intended target. Here comes Conahy with the number 15, who is Amy Brennan. She's fouled as she's going through, and it will be another free in for Danielle. Great play by Conahy.
Yeah, great pasture play there by Maeve Welch. She's showing her physical presence in there, and she gets that ball, she will do some serious damage with it, and Danielle will be more than obliged now to pop this one over again and, you know, put it 5 points to 2 there in favour of Conahy.
And as we see from the first game, a lead can be very, very handy when it comes to half time as Danielle takes that shot and, as Anya said, puts it between the sticks and over the bar there for Conahy Shamrock's 5th point of the half here, and it's Danielle Morrissey's 5th point as well. 4 of them coming from frees and 1 of them from play. So Conahy will really need to start getting a few more scores from play if they want to have any contentions of dealing with Emerald St Anne's in the county final, but it's very early for that. What a catch there by Dormer. She's on her own 65. She's sending in a long shot in towards Niamh Delaney. The goalkeeper brilliantly takes it on the hurl before she clears it out here towards the awaiting Shannon Feehan, who takes it in her stride, sends it long down along the ground here towards 15, who is Amy Brennan. She was only fouled moments ago there. Sends the ball to the awaiting Danielle Morrissey. Hand passes it to her. Morrissey Dempsey turns, takes a look, doesn't look at the post though, and sends it into Roisin Breen, and that'll be nice and handy for the Paulstown shot stopper. She sends the ball out here, lovely 30-yard pass towards Miriam Bambrick, who sends it in turn back down towards the number 10 there, Cleona Donnelly, but brilliantly won there by Evelyn Phelan. She sends the ball, nice little short pass along. Conahy playing very well, they're running off the runners, they have players going. Here comes Emma Mulhall, turns and puts the ball over the bar. A brilliant score there by the wing forwards there for Conahy Shamrocks, and Conahy are really playing with confidence.
Yeah, they really are. They're driving on for now, and great score there by Emma Mulhall, another very young player to keep an eye out for the future, and she'll definitely get a load of confidence from that as well, and settling the Conahy nerves again.
I think I'll have to do like Micheál O'Meara Hertig and get one of these PAs that's able to take down the stats and the whole lot for me and just concentrate on the game. It's hard enough and it's frantic stuff here. Evelyn Phelan is on the ball again. She tries a reverse pass up over her shoulder. Doesn't work out this time. The ball goes out over the sideline. Alan Condon has the white flag raised, and it will be a line ball to Barrow Rangers right under the dugout here in front of us, and Orla Dormer is coming over to take the line ball there, as the Conahy management and the linesman is having a bit of banter, I suppose you could call it, on you down there. Maybe they don't agree with the decision, but here comes Orla Dormer. She takes the ball in towards Colette. She's looking for it, but Roisin Phelan is sticking tight to her, and Phelan is not giving her any chance to get that ball up. Dormer seems to be lying on the ball. There's a bit of a melee here. This could end up in stalemate. Kicked out there by Katie Brennan. Shannon Feehan goes for it. It's well won there though by Evelyn Phelan. She sends it up. It looks like it's going to go out over the sideline, and another line ball there for Barrow Rangers. Good defending there by Conahy though, but Roisin Phelan is really sticking on Colette Dormer big time. Yeah, absolutely. She's not giving her an inch there, and I must say the work rate from the Conahy backs is absolutely superb. They are so ruthless. They are tenacious in all their attackings. They are not going to give anything easy to Barrow Rangers today. The pass choice is brilliant as well though. They have players running off them. There seems to be players everywhere for them at every angle and every turn, as the ball is won here by Shauna Tracy. Another tall girl there as she tries to go forward. It's not working out for her. Evelyn Phelan is on an awful lot of ball there as well, as it comes to Emma Mulhall. Emma doesn't get the ball up. Danielle Morrissey is there fighting for it. Orla Dormer gets the ball. She sends it back here towards the number 5, who is Aideen O'Connor. Aideen sends it into Rachel Collier. Collier doesn't get it first time, but the number 7, Siobhan Mullen, does, and sends a monster of a pass down towards Orla Welsh and Maeve Welsh, and Orla Welsh is deemed to have fouled the full back there, who is Patrice Mullins. And Liz Dempsey is not happy with that challenge. She's calling over Orla Welch, and we could very well have a yellow card here, Anya. Yeah, it was a bit of a late tackle there. A silly decision, and she'd want to be careful here now as well. But it looks like it is going to be a free out, and Roisin Breen is coming out to take that. Just noticing from the Conahy defence, there's 2 or 3 players around every Barrow Rangers girl when they get the ball down here. They're working in packs, and they really are. They want to get back to a county final, and they want to make amends for the last couple of years. And yes, referee Liz Dempsey has issued Orla Welsh with a yellow card, the first of the game, and surprisingly enough, the first of the 2 semi-finals here in Palmerstown today. That's brilliantly caught there by Dormer. She's trying to go through. She's fouled. Katie Brennan would deemed to have fouled her with Roisin Phelan, and Colette will say thank you very much, I'll take that free. Liz is saying that it was a shoulder charge into the chest. Roisin is not happy, but Liz is not going to change her mind, and Colette is going to stand over this and take possibly a point. You never know, she might decide to go short and have someone run up for her, but we would expect her to take a point here and to reduce the gap here in Palmerstown to 3 points. But we'll have to wait and see, as we're waiting for the free to be taken here. She's looking at the post. She does drop it in indeed, in towards the goal. It could go anywhere, but it's brilliantly won out there by one of the defence, which I think is Emma Cahill. She sends the ball to Roisin Phelan, and who's sending it down. Looks like it's going over the sideline, but it's not. It's well won there by Shanna Feehan. She puts it across the square in towards Emma Mulhall. Emma Mulhall and Aideen O'Connor are fighting brilliantly here for the ball. Who's coming out with it? Only Orla Dormer. She takes the pass in and sending it in towards the forward line in there, but that's a high ball in, and it's well won by the defence there. Dormer and Katie Brennan is fighting, but there's Roisin Phelan again. She's on every single ball that comes down to the defence in that half back line for Conahy. Maeve Welsh and Patrice Mullins is going for the ball here, and so is Emma Mulhall. She's in there. Will the ball break to Danielle Morrissey? She pulls on the ground. First time, a brilliant ball heading in there for Orla Welsh. Orla's trying to get to it. Patrice Mullins is there. There's a chop down by Orla Welsh. She'd want to be careful after just getting a yellow card a short time ago. Referee Liz Dempsey blowing for the free. Well defended there by Barrow Rangers, but this is an outstanding first half.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing easy to be got out there. There's only 4 points in it, and you see a couple of frees in the game, but it's real exciting stuff here.
Yeah, I suppose Colette really should have taken that and reduced the gap down there, but she didn't. Anything could happen, as we saw from the first half, if you drop those balls in around the square. Shauna Tracy is now on the ball. Here's the danger woman. Hand passes the ball. There's an advantage coming. That was unlucky. If Dormer had to get the ball, she was definitely through on goal. It looks like Liz, is she going to call somebody? No, I think she's just happy enough, but there was definitely a hold. Yes, she's indicating that there was a pull of the jersey as Shauna Tracy was going through on goal there, but a big strong girl like Shauna, that could have been danger for Conahy.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you're going to have to really know what you're doing when you have Shauna around. The easiest option is to obviously foul her, because if she gets past you, she could bury that ball into the back of the net.
Now surely Colette will put this over. She's just a little inside the D. She's probably 26 metres out here at most. Goes for another low shot, but the ball goes over the bar, and that's Colette Dormer's third point of the game here in Palmerstown, as she reduces the gap here in the Marble City Travels Intermediate Championship second semi-final here to 6 points to Conahy, 3 points to Barrow Rangers, and Niamh Delaney sends another long high puck out down towards Katie Brennan. Katie misses it, but Emma Mulhall has it. She has the ball on the stick. She's now on the solo run. She's past her own 45, takes a shot, looks at the post and sends the ball over the bar. A brilliant score there by Emma Mulhall, the second one that she has scored in this half, and fantastic play there by the wing forward.
Yeah, another great score by Emma. She's standing up, taking responsibility, and she's not afraid to pop those balls over there. Aideen O'Connor is going to have her hands full there with her today, but she's when she sees her chance and her opportunity, she's taking it.
We were hoping for some scores from play, and Emma Mulhall has given us two of the best scores that we have seen here all afternoon here today in Palmerstown. The ball is well won there by Roisin Phelan. She's getting the better of Dormer down on that side as she sends the ball up here towards the number 15, who is Amy Brennan. Amy misses it. First time she's in a tackle there with Patrice Mullins. Amy has the ball at the second time. No, she doesn't. She misses it out, but Maeve Welch is trying to get it up. She's in a tussle with Miriam Bambrick. Amy is still in there as well. Bambrick has the ball. She's being held. Referee is indicating that is the case also, and has given the free to Barrow Rangers, and Roisin Breen will come out to relieve the play again. But again, more pressure being put on the Barrow Rangers defence up there, Anya.
Yeah, absolutely, and Miriam Bambrick coming out to get that ball and win the free there. She's playing well at the moment. She's kind of holding it, she's kind of pushing forward, whereas Danielle is kind of starting to stay a bit deeper, so she's going to have to watch that as well.
The management here from Conahy seems to be happy enough down on the sideline as that ball is broke out. Emma Mulhall, as before mentioned there just a short time ago, sends a little pass into Danielle Morrissey. She takes a look around, having a look around. They're still roaring and shouting for steps on the far sideline. There was no steps taken there as all. She was stationary. She couldn't have been taking steps, as the ball is won here brilliantly by Katie Brennan. She sends it out to Shannon Fee, and Shannon tries to take the ball up first time. She does get it on the second attempt. She sends a ball in towards the goal, in towards the post. There's a square ball. Yes, there was a player in the square, as Liz Dempsey has indicated. It will be a free out, but that was very dangerous there, Anya.
Yeah, dangerous ball in there by Shannon Feehan. She just didn't have enough power in it to sail it over the bar, but yeah, it could have been a dangerous ball.
Would have been a fantastic score if Shannon had to get that. And as we can hear, there's a load of steps being shouting. One of my pet peeves, like, the person doesn't even have the ball in their hand anymore and they're roaring and shouting for steps. But anyway, that's the culture that's in it today, as Roisin Breen takes a long free, heading it down towards Dormer. Roisin Phelan is there. Roisin breaks the ball to Emma Mulhall, who is on it. She sends the ball out to Katie Brennan. Katie switches the play and sends the ball down here towards Amy Brennan. Amy is tussling there with Patrice. The two of them missed the ball completely. If Amy had to turn around quick, she would have got the ball and was in for a certain goal. She fouls now, drags the player down to the ground. Patrice Mullins is fouled, and it will be a free out to Barrow Rangers. But if Amy had that split little second and turned around quicker, she was in for a certain goal.
Well, she was gone, and a silly free for her to be given away there as well. But yeah, I think they just kind of got the wires crossed where the ball was, but that would have been an ideal ball for an oncoming corner forward.
Liz Dempsey is not happy with Roisin trying to gain an extra few yards there. Roisin's experience, and she's not turning her back either as Liz, so she won't get that extra couple of yards, so she'll have to take the free from where the foul occurred, as that is the very last action of the first half here, as referee Liz Dempsey brings a close to the second semi-final here between Conahy and Barrow Rangers. And it is half time, and at half time it reads on the scoreboard: Conahy 7 points to Barrow Rangers 3 points. And Anya, Conahy definitely deserved that lead after what we've seen in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so impressed with their backs there. They're just hunting in packs, and they're being just really, really ruthless. And where there's like one Barrow Rangers girls, there's two or three Conahy girls around them, and like they're really, really working hard. And like their forwards are really starting to come into it. Young Emma Mulhall is really starting to come into it just after popping off two excellent points. So you're not just depending on the Danielle Marcy show all the time. Seriously impressed with Roisin Phelan there at centre
And
back.
what Miriam Bambrick might be doing down here, Roisin Phelan is doing it twice as good on Colette Dormer down the far side. And as I said, it feels like she has a magnet, because no matter where the ball drops, Roisin Phelan is under it, and she's able to get the attack moving very quickly. And I'm very impressed with Conahy, because they have a free girl every single opportunity to try and get a nice quick pass to them and keep the ball moving nice and quickly, which in turn gives great balls up to the forwards.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Katie Brennan is actually kind of playing slightly in behind her half back line there, so there's always going to be a free player in around the half back line, and she's distributing good ball. Would like to see her push forward a bit, because I do think she can pop up some serious scores, and I think she could be a major threat in the forwards as well. But obviously that's the game plan they're going with. But very impressed with Conahy Shamrocks at the moment. That's not doubting Barrow Rangers at all. Like, I do think they are going to come into it. I do think that they'll be relatively happy with their first half performance, but they'll be concerned that all their scores have come from frees, and they'll want to rectify that in the second half.
Yeah, we've had 10 scores in it, and out of that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 7 of them after coming from frees. And as you said, Barrow Rangers are all from frees. That'll be a worry in development for Ray and all the gang from Barrow Rangers. When you have the likes of Shauna, who got 3 goals last weekend, Colette got 8 points I think last weekend as well. Alright, some of them were frees, but like the fluidity is not there that they might have, and that's credit to Conahy as well, because they are shutting the door in the back line here very, very well, and they're not giving Barrow Rangers much scope.
Definitely not. And I do think it just takes one ball to get in there to Shauna Tracy, and if she gets the right ball in there, she will bury it into the back of the net. But they will be, I'm sure the lads are over there, they are going to be a bit concerned about it. I find they are trying to take a little bit too much out of the ball as well. Get the ball into your hand. If the score is on, take it. We'll worry about the goals later on, but they need to keep that scoreboard ticking away and not depending on frees the whole time. Just take your score when it's on.
Well, thanks Anya for your insight into that. Like the players as well, I think we deserve a water break as well, to get our breaths back and to take an sus. So we will be back in a couple of moments, but as we leave you here at the half-time break here, the scoreline is Conahy Shamrocks 7 points, Barrow Rangers 3 points. We will be back shortly. good, Ian. Right, we're back again. God, these teams are not taking their full 10 minutes at all. So, as we're getting ready here for the second half and the game is on, Liz Dempsey has thrown the ball in. We need to try and see will the stopwatch work this time now. Something going on off the ball there. Liz Dempsey was looking at it. Don't know what's going on there really. Did you see anything there, Anya?
I actually missed it completely.
Well, as we said, Liz Dempsey has decided that it's going to be a throw ball. Colette has the ball there and she's sending the ball in here towards Rachel Collier, who still has the ball, sends it out there to Katie Hanlon, who is dispossessed as it comes back out here. I think that's Noreen O'Keefe is trying to get the ball up. She has, and she puts in a huge clearance down the field. Katie Brennan, a brilliant play of the hurl, which you're allowed to do in Camogie, of course, sends the ball down towards Emma Mulhall. Emma now has the ball and she's putting it in here towards Maeve Welch. She's having a look around. She's been tackled, but the tackle doesn't work out. It comes in here to the number 15, who is Amy Brennan. Amy is still at it. She's trying to kick the ball ahead of her. She now has the ball in hand, takes a look at the post, but that's a bad wide for Conahy as it drifts off to the right of the post there and wide. That could have spelled danger for Barrow Rangers.
Yeah, if she'd taken just a little look up there and just put the ball across the face of the goal, you had the oncoming corner forward there coming in, so you know it could have been a difference.
Right, hopefully the stopwatch will work for us at this half and we might be able to see exactly how the time is going as Katie Hanlon comes out here and tries to get it up. She fumbles it a couple of times before being well dispossessed there by Shannon Feehan, the number 8. Alan Condon has his flag up. It will be a line ball over there to Conahy Shamrocks. Brilliant play there by the Conahy midfielder to dispossess the Barrow Rangers player as Conahy prepare to take this sideline with Evelyn Phelan. She sends the ball across. It doesn't go very far, only to Katie Hanlon, I think it is, who sends the ball in here. Well read there by Noreen O'Keefe. That spelled danger. Collier was waiting inside, waiting for the ball to come. A great catch there by Miriam Banbrick as she returns it with interest, but straight down to Evelyn Phelan. Great hook there, though boy, can't see exactly who it is, but the number 10 is there, who is Emma Mulhall. That hook was by Rebecca Holden. Cleona Donnelly was also in there. It's just frantic stuff here in Palmerstown. Hard to see the numbers as well over on the far sideline, but there's no let up in the second half yet, Anya.
No, absolutely. Both teams are coming back out in the second half, starting off the same intensity that they finished the first half in. Be great to see now getting a score here for Paulstown from this sideline. Orla
Dormer takes a brilliant sideline, putting it in there, but it's well intercepted by the number 4, who is Emma Cahill. That is a free out there to the Conahy players as the number 2, who is Quiva Hennessy, has been fouled. The ball is after being hit away, but Liz's back is after being turned, so she didn't see it happening. Roisin Phelan is going back to retrieve the ball. The linesman is telling her now where to go. That's Alan Condon, as we see a sub who is Hannah Murphy, we think, down here in front of us, although it looks more like Amy Morrissey. I don't know if they're wearing the right numbers there now, but
Amy Morrissey
that ball is sent down and it's sent out over the sideline, and yes, that is Amy Morrissey, but she's supposed to be wearing number 19 according to the programme we have, so we'll have to wait and see. Our Twitter lady is down there. We'll have to ask her because she was doing the tweets, but we will confirm that later on if that substitute indeed does happen, as we wait and see. Orla Dormer is over on her own 45 metre line, waiting to take a sideline over there. There's a couple of players in front of her. Maeve Welch is all on her own, standing there. It's a great one, but Roisin Phelan is there under the ball. Brilliant block down though by Dormer as she sends the ball up in front of her. Ball has gone out though, unfortunate for Dormer. There's a great block down. She tried to get the ball up to run onto it and get the ball into her hand. Didn't work out that time, and it will be a sideline ball to Conahy Shamrocks over on the far sideline as we come and approaching the 4th minute here in the second half, and the scoreline is still the same. That's a free, definitely, towards the Conahy players, which can't see who was fouled over there. Did you see who was fouled that time, Anya?
It's not. I don't want to say it's Roisin Phelan. I think it was actually Eugene O'Connor.
Well, I think it was Evelyn Phelan, the number 5, if she's wearing the green helmet. But Roisin Phelan is waiting to take the free. She's taking the free up towards Maeve Welch. Maeve misses the ball. It's coming here towards Aideen O'Connor. Aideen sends the ball out brilliantly there to Cleona Donnelly, who's taking a look up and sending it down to Rebecca Holden. But again, Roisin Phelan is there. She dispossesses her and sends it back with interest down. Dispossessed there. Aideen O'Connor's after getting a touch to it. To me it did anyway, but the linesman is saying that it's going to be a Barrow Rangers ball. I don't know, a bit dubious on that one now.
Yeah, no, I think that should be going the other way now. There's a lot of plays kind of being pushed over to the far side of the field. Kind of hard to make out what's really going on.
Yeah, brilliant line ball and a brilliant catch there by Shauna Tracy. As she goes forward, she tries to send the ball up here to Colette Dormer, who was going for it, but it was well read there by the number 2, who is Quiva Hennessy. Quiva is in there, Colette Dormer is there. She gets the ball up, she's running towards the goal. She's being dispossessed as she looked like there was a foul. Colette is still going. The management on the far sideline is going nuts looking for a free. There's no free coming. Liz has decided there's too many players on the ball and she's going to throw the ball in there.
Yeah, it's just the work rate from the Conahy backs there. It's phenomenal. Like, they're literally crowding out every time Colette Dormer gets a ball. There's 2 or 3 girls coming in on top for. Same when Shauna Tracy had that ball. They're just making life so hard for the Barrow Rangers forwards.
It was a brilliant catch there by Shauna Tracy. She couldn't do anything with it. That is a foul that time. Colette has won a free. Roisin Phelan has been deemed to be climbing all over her back, and it will be a free to the Barrow Rangers girls. But as we see down here, Conahy are playing with only 2 players on the full forward line, 2 players on the half forward line, and there is a load of space then around the place on you for people to get the ball in. I think this is applied to try and get more space for Danielle Morrissey.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, she's one player that you don't want to have on the opposite team, like, and have her inside in the full forward line if there's going to be that much space in there, because she gets one ball in there, she could do serious damage.
Well, Colette Dormer has just put over her 4th point of the game and a 4th free as well at that. Barrow Rangers had scored nothing from play yet in this game as Orla Welsh tries to get Ellen Gunner on the ball there. It's in underneath the dugout here. We can't see what's happening. Shannon Feehan, I should say, puts a brilliant ball across. Miriam Bambrick is there, but who's there? It's Maeve Welsh. She tries to get the ball up first time. There's a scrap on for it there now. Who will come out with the ball? It's vital someone gets possession. It comes out here towards Orla Welsh, but it's not going into her hand first time. Orla Dormer is still there. The ball is coming out here towards Emma Mulhall. That seemed to be a foul. Liz is happy enough to continue. Maeve Welsh has the ball, drops the ball. A wild swing coming in there from Cleona Donnelly, but the referee is happy for play to continue as Colette Dormer sends the ball out along the wings here to the awaiting number 7, who is Anna Purcell. She's doing a pirouette and sends it back here to Dormer. Lovely play by the Barrow Rangers players. There's 2 players now on the attack. Colette is waiting to see. She has Cleona Donnelly running alongside her, sends the ball in here towards Katie Hannon. Well read there by Miriam O'Keefe there in the back line, and the ball is returned with interest out here to Evelyn Phelan. Great catch by Phelan. Phelan then sends the ball down here to no man's land, and Miriam Bambrick is there. Miriam is now on the attack. She's going for the solo. A great half attempted block there by Ellen Gunner. It did work to a certain degree. Shannon Feehan misses out on the ball, pulls on it the second time. Dormer is there for it. This game is frantic here at the minute. That was a foul. She threw the ball up and caught it right in front of referee Liz Dempsey. Miriam Bambrick did foul that ball. Great defence there by Conahy. They're really putting Barrow Rangers under pressure.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm going to harp on about it again because I just think it's absolutely phenomenal the amount of players that are putting the Barrow Rangers girls under pressure. They are hunting in packs here and they're really working like a team.
Well, it looks like that Conahy is going to introduce a substitution, and we will have to get on to Noreen, because according to our programmes, the girl down in front of us, and we know it's Amy Morrissey, but Amy Morrissey should be wearing number 19 and she's not. She's wearing number 16. So we will have to get that confirmed by Noreen there, as Roisin Phelan takes this free and is sending it down here towards Danielle Morrissey, who hasn't been really in the game here in the second half at all. Here's Maeve Welsh. She's getting the ball. She's running through on goal. Takes a shot. That's gone straight over the bar. A brilliant score there by Maeve Welsh to extend Conahy's lead here in this game.
Yeah, some great work there by Maeve Welsh, showing her physical presence there and just driving forward and getting a great score out of that. Miriam.
Miriam, sorry, not... right, we will get that confirmed here with Twitter lady from Conahy, who's coming up on. You will find that out because we're live on air at the minute as we check it out. But Roisin Breen has the ball here and she's getting ready to take the puck out. So here it comes, long and high, and the ball is being broke down here brilliantly by the number 7, Siobhan Mullen, and she sends it back down towards... who is that? That's Amy Brennan down in the corner. She pulls on her own. Lucky that could have went in there to Danielle Morrissey, but Emma Mulhall is on the ball, half blocked down there. A great hook by it looked like Aideen O'Connor, and the ball has drifted out harmlessly out and wide.
Yes, that's Amy Morrissey that's gone in there at number 16 for Conahy Shamrocks. So just on the programmes there, she's down as number 19, but she's wearing number 16 on her back.
Okay, so Amy Morrissey has gone into the fold, and did you see who came off by any chance? Well, there's an injured player down here in front of us behind the wall. As we look at it, we can't see who the number is at the minute. We'll continue on with play and we'll give you that detail as soon as we get it, as the number 9, who is Ellen Purcell here, gets the ball, tries to get it up here towards Colette Dormer. Colette has taken a tackle, but Evelyn Phelan is over there and sends the ball out. It's going to be a line ball to Conahy Shamrocks, and everyone is shouting at poor Liz about freezing the whole lot, and Liz is not one bit bothered. She's just getting on with the game as she should do.
Yeah, she's not going to pay any attention to that. She's around long enough to know what's what. But it does look like, now I could be wrong, is it Orla Welsh that has come off there for Conahy?
That could be possible. God bless your eyesight anyway if you can see down behind the wall. But I'll take your word for it. We will get confirmation of that shortly, as there's a scrap on for us over at the far sideline. There's 5 or 6 players in around melee, as we'd call it in rugby, but Liz is after blowing the whistle and she's going to throw the ball in here between 2 players on the sideline, if she can get 2 players only, because they're all congregating as they always do around the throw ball, and she's trying her hardest, and here comes the ball, and it's one there. Is it? It's not. It's a line ball. Liz is after giving us 2 Barrow Rangers, and the linesman Alan Condon on the far sideline has confirmed it, and I think this is Miriam Bambrick with the yellow helmet who has gone over to take the sideline, as Liz is frantically blowing for players to get away out of it. The required distance. Roisin went for the ball, missed it. It's coming here to Evelyn Phelan. Evelyn takes a little pirouette away and sends the ball back down here towards Danielle. Danielle tries to get it, misses it. Orla Dormer gets the ball and sends the ball out over the sideline with that hand pass, and it will be a line ball to Conahy. It's gone a bit scrappy, but Conahy is still putting Barrow Rangers under severe pressure down there.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like the intensity is after dropping a little bit, because it started off so high and it's supposed to be huge expectations. But
that's a fantastic ball. Sorry for cutting across you, Anya. That could have spelled trouble. Danielle Morrissey had the ball there, but it's after being breaking down. Shannon Feehan kicks the ball out here towards Ellen Gunner. Ellen tries to get the ball, pulls on it along the ground. She still has it. She kicks it. She gets the ball up brilliantly. Jab lifts it. Tries to hand pass the ball away. She still gets it. Miriam Bambrick is in tow with her. Aideen O'Connor is there. She puts the ball across here towards Amy Brennan. The ball doesn't go to Amy. It's half cleared out there towards the sideline. It's coming out here towards somebody we don't know, because there's 5 or 6 players over there. It looks like Danielle now has the ball. Has she? She has. Well blocked there though by haven't a clue because I can't see the number, but anyway it looked like Cleona Donnelly, possibly. Dormer has the ball. That's Colette, of course. She misses out though to Evelyn Phelan. Evelyn puts the ball out over the line, which looked like yes, the linesman was indicating that it was a Conahy ball. Colette put the ball down, decided to take it herself, and Katie Brennan went in and tried to stop her. Dormer sees that the space over here for the number 9, who is Ellen Purcell, and Ellen is on her own. She misses out though, brilliantly dispossessed there by Katie Brennan. She gets the ball to Roisin Phelan. Roisin sets up another attack and sends it down towards the incoming Amy Morrissey, who has just been brought in as a sub there a short time ago. Grace is now on the hunt. She takes a shot. It's going towards the goal. It's dropping short. Well caught by Brino there. Roisin Breen, that is in the goal, and she sends it long and high down towards Charlotte Tracy. Shauna misses out on the ball, but she comes again. Dormer goes in and pulled. There's a collision in the middle of the field. Nobody is given an inch in this game here. Everybody wants to get to the county final next week. Shauna Tracy is there. She's trying to get the ball up. Here comes the number 2, who is Quiva Hennessy. Quiva's in space. She jab lifts the ball down on her own. But it's blocked down by Dormer. She didn't have as much space as she thought. Dormer is fighting for it. So is Hennessy fighting for it. In comes the pull there by the number 12, who is Rebecca Holden. She sends the ball to Katie Holden. Brilliantly dispossessed there though by Shannon Feehan. Feehan has the ball and sends it down to nobody. Only the awaiting Orla Dormer. Dormer sends the ball out with a hand pass here to Miriam Bambrick. She loses the hurl, but she still manages the hand pass into Shauna Tracy. Shauna misses the ball. It's coming here straight away to the number 7, who's Siobhan Mullen. She sends it back down, but there's nobody for Conahy down there. She never looked up. Only number 5, who is Aideen O'Connor, and Aideen sends the ball back up, brilliantly caught there by Cleona Donnelly. Donnelly sends the ball in here to the awaiting Dormer, but it's well read there by Quiva Hennessy. Quiva has been fouled. Brilliant play by Conahy there, and great defending.
Great defending. Silly high tackle there coming in from Rachel Collier for Barrow Rangers. The Conahy back was coming out with the ball, but a silly high challenge there. This, I think the intensity has started to lift a bit. I know we're kind of on a bit of a stall with scores at the moment, but some great passages of Camogie there.
Well, even the commentators in RTE get a drink of water, so I think we definitely deserve a drink of water at this time as well, Anya, as we have a moment's pause here for a break to an injury there. It looks like Chiquiva Hennessy, who was, as Anya said, taking a little high there, and it looks like that Ciara Brennan is down here in front of us, and she's warming up, so she could be coming in to the fray here very, very shortly. But disappointing for Barrow Rangers. You know, they've only got 4 points on the scoreboard at the minute, 1 point, and we're now into the second half, and the stopwatch is still going, thank God. So we're 14 minutes into the second half. They have 1 point, but more disappointingly, they're 4 frees.
Yeah, very disappointing, and considering that you have the scoring power range of Colette Dormer and Shauna Tracy up there in the forwards for Barrow Rangers, I think they'll be disappointed themselves with it, that they're not getting enough scores on the board. But down the other end, I suppose, like Emma Mulhall is still going well. Maeve Welch is after popping her name as well. But Danielle Morrissey with 4 frees has been kept relatively quiet when you think about it, for the capability that we know she's able to do. But Miriam Bambrick is literally, she's flying it there in my opinion. She's coming out with some great ball, but Roisin Phelan is having an outstanding game for
in fairness to the two centre backs, are having fantastic games altogether. We hope you are enjoying our commentary here from Palmerstown, the home of Dicksboro GAA, for the Marble City Travel Intermediate Championship second semi-final here between Conahy and Barrow Rangers, as that ball just goes out over the end, or the sideline I should say, at the far sideline, and it will be a line ball to Barrow Rangers. And I think, Anya, you are right that the intensity has dropped a small bit, but in fairness it couldn't keep going for the way it was like for the whole 60 minutes.
No, absolutely not. Both teams just started off the match all guns blazing, so they're bound to get a lull now. But you know, maybe after this water break, you know, they might kind of regroup, and the last 15 minutes I'm sure we're in for a right game.
Well, as a result has come in for the first senior semi-final out in the MW Higher Training Centre in Dunmore. It's an easy win out there for Thomastown, as they've defeated Young Ireland's of Goran on a final score of 7-21 to 2-7. So that puts Thomastown back into the county final next weekend. The first team, who will they play? Clara and Lisdowney, or St. Lactans I should say, and Lisdowney will have something to say about that, as there was a late pull there by Katie Brennan on the number 13, who was Rachel Collier. The referee seemed to miss it as something going on. Have we? No, we don't know what's going on. There's a bit of confusion here. Have we a water break? We're 16 minutes gone, and yes, we have. We don't know. Oh, Anya, do you know what's going on? There seems to be a lot of confusion.
No. Yeah, we have a water break. Yeah, water break.
Yes, we do. We have a water break. Some players were still marking one another, even going off for the water break. But yes, referee Liz Dempsey has decided that it is time for a water break here in Palmerstown. And just going back to that first senior semi-final there, huge win for Thomastown. Young Ireland's of Goran will be a bit disappointed, because they had high hopes going into that match, on you, that, you know, they could get something out of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they probably would feel that they haven't given themselves a good showing after the scoreline that came in. On the other side of that, Thomastown are relishing the fact that they're back in a county final, and they are going to want to make a wrongs for the last year or so. You know, so they're definitely going to fancy their chances. They want that cup back in Thomastown as fast as possible. And
as you know yourself, and I only recently found out as well that one of the guys involved with the intermediate team back in 2016 of Adrian O'Sullivan is involved with Thomastown there as well. You know, so that could have a big deciding factor. I know he was trying to poach someone on one of the podcasts recently there as well to go to UL next year, which wouldn't be like Sully, I suppose, in a way. But yeah, it must be good, like, to have someone like that involved in Thomastown, and maybe that's something that they needed with the groups that they had there in the last number of years. They haven't been in a county final in a while. I think it's 2-3 years maybe since they were in it. Now they're back in it, and they'll be going to claim their title back again. Yeah,
absolutely. And Sully, I have great admiration for him. He's very, very good at what he does. You know,
he's used to the predictions now, I have to say, because between himself and Davy, and I've watched a couple of the podcasts on the women's hurling so far, they're not very good on the predictions.
I know, but sure, we'll leave him off with that. There's one or two bad traits in him, but sure, that's only mild. But yeah, you know, I'm sure Thomastown are relishing the fact that they have someone like him in there, just bringing like an outside view as well, which I always think is important as well. You know, with a lot of clubs, when they have just people that are involved solely in the club, it can be a little bit biased. And he's a tactical genius, this Sully, and I'm sure he's relishing the idea of getting back to Kilkenny as well. You know, I'm sure he loves it down here.
Well, we'll see him in action. Hopefully, if we're able to get to stream our finals, the county finals, hopefully we'll have 3 county finals next weekend, all in the one day, and make a bumper day of Camogie in Kilkenny, and all sponsored by Marble City Travel. And we want to thank Tom Britton for his brilliant sponsorship. It hasn't been easy, especially for the travel industry, Anya, during this year, and we thank Tom sincerely for his sponsorship, as we're back underway here in Palmerstown with a puck out there from Niamh Delaney, and the ball is coming down here. Put out there. Referee Johnny Mack is out in the field. The boys from Conahy is not happy, but he's given the line ball to Barrow Rangers, and Colette Dormer is getting ready to take this in underneath the sideline. Now there's a row going on here. The management, something is going on. Johnny Mack is telling them to get away out of it. The last thing we want now is a row here, Anya.
Well, I'll be staying put anyway. I don't know about you, Martin.
Well, I'm usually in Liz's position, so anyway, it's strange one to be up here as that ball comes here to Danielle Morrissey, being quite enough in the second half. She's only had a couple of chances there for the scores, but she's been well marshalled by Miriam Bambrick as well. Great credit to Bambrick on that. Katie Brennan gets the ball. She sends it out here to Ellen Gunner. Ellen can't get the ball up first time. She's been tackled strongly there by Anna Purcell. She manages to get a shot off and heading down here towards Amy Brennan. Amy and Emma Cahill Amy and Amy Morrissey is going for the ball there, and now who's coming in there now? Ellen Gunner is there, is it? Or is that Maeve Welsh? Maeve Welsh has the ball. She puts it across the square along the 20. There's nobody there. Amy Morrissey is running out for it. There's a lot of Amy's now down on that back between the backs and the forwards. Morrissey has it. The sisters, she looked like she threw the ball there. The lads down here, our management of Conahy, are looking for a free, but they're not getting it. Ellen Gunner comes in and pushes the player who looks like the number 15, which is Lauren Barrow. It looks like Lauren Barrow is actually after coming on during the water break there, Anya. Yes, Lauren Barrow is definitely on. She must have come on in the water break, and it will be a free here, and Roisin Breen is getting ready to take this. She's back on her own 45, in past her own 45 as she's looking around. She's trying to get the play going here for Barrow Rangers. It's well batted down there though by Siobhan Mulhall, and it's with Roisin Phelan again. Everything good that's going on in the half back line. The two players are there with it as the ball is sent down here towards Emma Mulhall. Emma is fighting with two players. There's a bit of a scrap going on off the ball there as it comes to Miriam Bambrick. Miriam is playing high up the field. She's sending the ball in there towards Shauna Tracy. Shauna is being well policed though by Noreen O'Keefe. Shauna has it. That looks like it's a foul. It will be a 20 metre free, and a free into Barrow Rangers there. Great play by Shauna Tracy. She kept going even though she lost the ball out to Noreen. Grabbed the ball back, and a well earned free. Well earned free, and I can see here that Miriam Bambrick is actually kind of pushed up the field. She's gone from the centre back position up, and Orla Dormer. As we see it, sorry for interrupting you, they're bringing Brino up from the goal for this 20 metre free, but she's been stopped. Is she? Yes, she's been stopped as she goes up. Will she take it? No penalty. What? I don't know what's going on.
She's continuing up, so it looks like Roisin is going to take this, and I guarantee you she's one of these girls that is practicing these all day, every day.
Okay, so Liz was having a consultation with John Dempsey up on the goal to see whether it was a free or a penalty, and it looks like that it is a penalty, and that's why Roisin was coming up all the way. So this could be a game changer here at the minute. As it stands, it is 8 points to 4, and if Roisin can put this in the net, there will be only 1 point in it, and that would be a big turnaround for Barrow Rangers in this half.
Absolutely. Just going back to that there, Miriam Bambrick has pushed up the field. Just watch this. And Orla Dormer has come back into the centre back position.
Here we go. It's not the same as hurling. Obviously there's 3 on the goal, and she can go past the 20 metre line if she wants to, because the new rules are not in the same as they're in for the inter-county players. Roisin is bringing the ball back and getting a good run up at it. The defenders are ready, the forwards are ready to attack this as well. Roisin is setting her time. She's setting that ball up nicely, trying to get the perfect connection onto it. She's wiping the hands clean. Here she comes, she's getting ready, takes the shot, brilliantly saved there on the goal line by who was it? It was Niamh Delaney, the goalkeeper. What a fantastic save by Delaney. She stopped a certain goal from going through, and Liz Dempsey is now coming in, and for that foul she is going to book mark. It looks like Miriam Bambrick for that late challenge, and Miriam will pick up, I suspect, a yellow card. Yes, she does, but what a fantastic save by Niamh Delaney.
Great save and a great rebound of defence there for the Conahy girls. Excellent work. Breen would be bitterly disappointed with that, but it was a very well taken penalty as well. Just a superb save there by Niamh Delaney.
Well, if ever you wanted to boost her confidence to get someone into a county final, saving a penalty like that is the way to do it. What a fantastic save by the shot stopper, and she takes the free. She sends it out here towards the awaiting Katie Brennan. It doesn't come to her. Evelyn Phelan is there. Orla Dormer is also there trying to get the ball up. Brennan and Dormer is fighting for it where it is on the ground. Dormer is on her knees. Referee is going to throw the ball in between the two players not to let the ruck continue. And as we have a break here, we are coming up to, when the stopwatch turns around for me, 24 minutes gone here in Palmerstown in the second half, as Roisin Phelan goes in with Rachel Collier. Rachel gets the ball, but it's sent back down here towards Siobhan Mullen, as she sends the ball down there towards Emma Mulhall. Katie Brennan now has the ball up in hand. She turns and hits it on her left hand side down towards Ellen Gunner. Gunner tries to get the ball up first time, misses it. Here comes the number 17, who is Ciara Brennan. Ciara's gone in. She takes a shot at the goal. The ball is drifting out harmlessly to the left hand side and wide, and that's only Conahy's second wide of the game here, as Barrow Rangers has one wide, and the scoreline still says the same. It's 7 points to Conahy, 4 points here to Barrow Rangers, as we are approaching the last 5 to 6 minutes here in Palmerstown of this match, as the ball comes down here, being broke down by the number 20, Katie Hannon. She takes a hand pass out to Dormer. Dormer is now on the run. She's been followed by Shannon Feehan. Referee is holding her hand out for an advantage. There's no advantage coming. There's a big slap down by Shannon Feehan there on Orla Dormer, and it will be a free into Barrow Rangers.
Yeah, Shannon just seemed to come in around Orla, and it looked like it was a slap down as opposed to kind of like trying to flick the ball out for away. But yeah, like if Clare can throw this over, I have it at 8 points to 4, Martin, I think.
Maybe did I miss a point somewhere then? Did I?
2 from
It's 8 points to 4. Martin missed a point somewhere. Dean is confirming that in our production here. He's looking after the score and the time and the whole lot for us. As Colette comes, she takes it, and that's a bad wide for Dormer as we come along there. That's Barrow Rangers' second wide of the match. Sorry, I have it 8. Yes, 7 in the first half and 1 point to Maeve Welsh. Conahy's point coming there, so they've only scored 1 point in the second half, which is worrying as well. Like when look at St. Anne's and Emeralds, what they were scoring in the second half as well. Ball is brilliantly won there by Dormer. She's trying to go through. She looked like charging on Siobhan Mullen. Siobhan didn't flinch, neither did Dormer, and the play continues along with Rachel Collier here. Here's Evelyn Phelan. She gets the ball up into her hand first time, touched on the hurl to try and get away from the Barrow Rangers forwards. Brilliantly pulled on there by Anna Purcell as it comes along. Danielle Morrissey is going to win it. She hits it high. It's looping. It's heading down towards who is that? That's Amy Morrissey down in the corner. It's not going to come to them. Emma Mulhall will reach that ball first. She turns. She's now on the run. She's on a solo. She has great pace. She's still going. She puts the ball in. Well intercepted there, but it's not going to come to the Barrow Rangers player. Maeve Welsh has it. She's charging with the ball. That's a bit silly when you come to it, but you can't do that, Maeve, and it will be a free out to Barrow Rangers, and that will relieve the goal line again, and Roisin Breen is coming out to take it. As great play there by Barrow Rangers to defend, but Conahy, they'll be disappointed on you with their scoreline in the second half.
Yeah, very, very disappointing, considering like both teams have only scored a point apiece each for in the second half, for a game that started off so like energetic and just full of life. The second half has been a little bit disappointing.
Sorry for interrupting you now as we look at it. There's a row going on here at the minute between Colette Dormer and Siobhan Mullen. Siobhan was just after landing on her backside there. Referee Liz Dempsey is going over towards the two of them. I don't see her little book out, so maybe she's just going to tell him, no more of that now, girls, get on with it and let's play camogie. I think poor Liz would want eyes in the back of her head at this game now at the minute with there's so much stuff going on. But anyway, as we get back to the play, that's pulled on there. Evelyn Phelan deflects the ball out, and it will be a line ball on the far sideline to Barrow Rangers, and Colette Dormer has ran over to take this. There's nobody running for her. She's trying to take a short pass there to Orla, but Orla wasn't quick enough to be reading it. She sends the ball in along the ground to nobody, only Shannon Feehan is there. Ball is blocked down again. It's coming out here to Danielle Morrissey. Danielle is now on her own half back line. There's very little ball going up there at the moment. But here's Roisin Phelan, great defending. They're roaring again for steps, but that was great play by Roisin Phelan. Here comes Emma Mulhall. They're looking for the line ball. The linesman Alan Condon keeps his flag down. Mulhall is still on the charge. Katie Brennan is there with her. There's a loose player over here at the far side. That is Ciara Brennan. Ciara fumbles the first shot. She takes it. It's going in towards the goal, but that's going to drift wide. Never looked at the goal for that. That was a bad miss there for the new player coming in there, Ciara Brennan.
Yeah, bad miss considering there's only 4 points in it, which is it's an uneasy lead to have in the latter stages of a match, because any could have. But again, Roisin Phelan with another excellent drive down the field.
Great catch there by Emma Mulhall. Emma goes, looks at the shot, first time. Is it? No, we thought it was a goal, but it has drifted over the bar. A brilliant score there by Emma Mulhall. A lot of the people in the dugout here in front of us got a bit excited, but the ball is over the bar. Paul Dempsey has waved the white flag, and a great score there by Emma Mulhall to extend the lead for Conahy to 9 points, 2-4 at the minute, as Dormer is on the ball. She sends it out to the other Dormer. That's another free by Shannon Feehan. A stupid free really to be giving away out in the centre of the field, and it gives Barrow Rangers a chance to narrow the gap again.
Yes, great aerial fielding there by Colette Dormer, and she great vision then to pass the ball off over to Orla, who was just running off her side. So Dormer, she's going to drop this in her.
Well, we will have to see, but that was a fantastic score by Emma Mulhall at the far side. It could have went anywhere like the first game. We thought it was after dropping in the net herself here, being honest with you. The net at the back rattled, but it didn't, and that's going to drift harmlessly wide and out to the right hand side, and it was neither a shot nor a drop in, and a bad wide there for Barrow Rangers.
Yeah, Colette will be disappointed with that. There's a couple of rude chances there today from Barrow Rangers that they'll be kicking themselves for that.
Well, as they say in Alex Ferguson time, it's squeaky bum time, as the clock has turned 30 minutes here. We are now in injury time here, and it's up to referee Liz Dempsey how long that she's going to add on. There obviously will be time for the water break and so forth as the play continues here with Barrow Rangers, and Orla Dormer receives the pass there. She's sending a long ball into the square, but there's nobody there. Niamh Delaney is coming out first. She avoids the tackle. It looked like a high tackle, but she's happy to continue on. The ball is sent down here towards Ciara Brennan. It looks like well won there by Ciara Brennan, and here comes Shannon Feehan. She's running onto the loose ball. She has Katie Brennan inside her, puts a lovely ball into Brennan. Maeve Welch is all on her own if she can spot her. She does. Ball is in with Maeve Welch. There's another loose player inside her. It looks like Ellen Gunner. Here comes the ball into Gunner, brilliantly tackled there by Mary Wall. A fantastic interception by the Paulstown cornerback. As it comes, Ellen Gunner is being fouled though, and it will be a free in to Conahy Shamrocks. But what a tackle by cornerback Mary Wall.
Yeah, some great defending there, absolutely brilliant. But you can see there's some great passages of play here from Conahy, low ball. They're not taking any silly shots on goal. Shannon Feehan getting the ball, delivering it into Katie Brennan. Katie Brennan getting the ball, delivering it in low as well. So some excellent chances, and Danielle, we fancy her chances with this one now as well.
We'll have to try and get our breath back here. It's been end-to-end stuff in both of the Marble City Travel Intermediate semi-finals here in Palmerstown today. A fantastic advert for Camogie for our two semi-finals, and hopefully, Tom, if you're watching this or later on, I hope you're enjoying it and looking forward to a great county final next weekend as Danielle Morrissey takes the shot on the free and puts the ball over the bar. Another score for Danielle Morrissey, another free, and that extends the lead for Conahy out to 10 points to 5 here at the moment. With that, as the ball comes out and Morrissey is here, Katie Brennan is after picking up an injury out in the middle of the field from that slap between the two players, going in there towards Amy Morrissey and Mary Wall is fighting for it. A pull on it there by Mary Wall. Amy Morrissey is still getting it. She's having a look around. She's putting a pass in towards Maeve Welch in the corner here, but it's not going to come to Maeve Welch. It's going to come to Alana Purcell instead. Anna sends the ball up here towards Rachel Collier. Rachel is trying to get the ball first time ahead of Evelyn Phelan. Evelyn pulls on the Roisin Phelan pulls on the ball out here towards Shannon Feehan. Shannon is all on her own in acres of space, gets it up, sends the ball down here towards Ellen Gunner in the forwards. Will she get to it first, or will Patrice Mullins get to it? Patrice will get to it but fumbles it, but she wins it back. Danielle is in there. Is it Danielle? Can't really see who. Oh, that's Emma Mulhall, but it's brilliantly won there by Barrow Rangers, sent down by Orla Dormer down here towards Quiva Hennessy. Quiva has the ball. Here comes Colette Dormer. Dormer's on the ball. She's now on the charge. She's going through. She's being held. It is a foul, and she's been pulsed there by Amy. Is it? No, it's Emma Cahill that's trying to pull her back there. Colette is trying to take the free quickly. The referee will bring it up. There's a sub coming on the far sideline for Barrow Rangers. We'll try and get to that who it is.
Breen is running up here again.
We have 3 minutes of injury time gone at the minute. It's now up to Liz Dempsey. How long more is left? As Anya said, Roisin Breen is coming up from the goal to take this. It's well out. We're nearly 30 something metres out because she's on the edge of the G there, but she's probably going to drill this low. Danielle Morrissey is standing in front of her. I wouldn't like to be getting the belt of that now, Danielle, in all fairness. If Brino hits this, it's coming, it's going, it hits off Danielle, it's going, it's in, it's a goal! The ball is deflected in. Roisin Breen has scored a goal here in Palmerstown to leave only 3 points between the teams here, and what a fantastic goal.
Great goal, and Roisin's actually staying out the field. You know, she was taken off like Davy Fitz there, baiting it back down the field, but she's been told to stay out, so you know, Roisin is a gifted set of hands in her as well, so if she can get that ball, and I suppose like they're going to throw everything at it here now.
It took several deflections on the way in and they couldn't stop it on the goal line, but Roisin is definitely going to claim that goal. As Niamh Delaney, it looks like the Conahy Shamrocks goalkeeper is down injured. Colette is stretching out there at the moment as well. Roisin Breen has stayed out the field. They've taken off a sub. They put on the sub goalkeeper by the looks of it. We will confirm it, but here is Niamh Delaney. She's sending it out. How much more time is Liz Dempsey going to add on? Will we be going to extra time here? God only knows, as the ball is put up here towards Shauna Tracy. Shauna is going on it. Colette Dormer has it as well. She's running. Tracy still has it. Tries to send the ball in, but Roisin Phelan has it. Danielle Morrissey is back there. She takes the ball and it's all over. Conahy Shamrocks have won the second intermediate county semi-final here, sponsored by Marvel Travel, on a final scoreline of 10 points to Conahy and 1-4 to Barrow Rangers. And my God, Anya, what a cracking game of camogie.
Absolutely, and a great finish there to the game. You know, we had a period throughout the second half where there was a bit of a lull on it, but you know, Conahy Shamrocks definitely the worthy winners there today, and you know, they'll be using it full of confidence going into next weekend, and you know, probably got a lot better preparation from their semi-final today, as to what Emerald St Anne's did in theirs. But you know, Barrow Rangers will be bitterly disappointed, missed a couple of chances. But you know they'll go away, they'll work on it, and I'm sure they'll come back next year stronger again.
Yeah, that was a tough semi-final, as you say, for Conahy. Disappointing though, like they scored 7 points in the first half, only scored 3 points in the second half in total. That'll be worrying for the Conahy mentors. Like, you can see what Emerald St Anne's got in their first game. It was a free scoring second half for them as well. Okay, the scoreline might be a little bit easier on them, but still, it's going to be a cracking county final next weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And just kind of looking at both teams there just from today, like I do feel like Emerald St Anne's have a little bit more firepower up front, as to what that was only displayed today from Conahy Shamrocks. You know, I'm sure that, you know, some of the girls from the Conahy Shamrocks team, like, it's definitely well within them, but if you're looking at the two teams today, you would have to say that Emerald St Anne's have a better scoring threat up front, but yeah, two excellent games, and it's going to be an absolute cracking county final next weekend.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to it. We'll get on the Twitter account now shortly and see who is winning the second semi-final. As we said, Thomastown is in the first one after a fantastic victory over Young Ireland's. But Anya, thank you as always for your excellent analysis as always. To Frankie behind the camera, thank you. Dean on production, and hopefully, as we say, we can bring you the 3 county finals next weekend in a bumper day of camogie county finals. But as we leave Palmerstown here in the Marble City Travel Intermediate second county semi-final, Conahy Shamrocks go through to the final on a final scoreline of 10 points to Conahy Shamrocks, 1-4 to Barrow Rangers.
Fresh for